Hello friends, welcome back again. So in this tutorial we talk about the hierarchical inheritance. So what is a hierarchical inheritance? In this inheritance we have one common parent class and many child. But in this flowchart we have only two child and one parent class. So we have one common class, that is a class A, and we have two child class, that is class B and class C. So both the classes, class B and class C, can access the property of class A if any inheritance show this type of method. It called as hierarchical inheritance. I hope you understand this. So this is a very simple example. So let's move on our IDE and we talk about how we able to do this and which property are accessed by class B and which property accessed by class C. Okay, so we are in our IDE. So we create the three classes first. So I type class A, then I type class B here, then I type class C here, like this. Okay, so class is a common parent class for class B and class C. So we know that how we can create the inheritance here. We know the syntax that we are using from the single and multi-level, multiple, and this is hierarchical. So to create that, the class B can inherit the property of class A. So we use the scope resolution, then we use public keyword, that is access modifier, and then we will use the class name, that the class we want to access it. Okay, so again, so this ensures that this class is extended. Why it's happened? Because we shows this line here. It means that class B can be accessed the class A, and that is why it shows that this class A is a parent class and it has some child class. So right now we have one child class. Here I defined public, another class, same class, class A. So these two classes can access the class A property. Okay, so we create the data type here, that is protected, because we want that this data type or function can be accessible only child classes, not outside the child class. Okay, so that's why we make it protected. Int. Okay, let's talk about our class A have two number A and B. Okay, so in class B we have a second, we have do the summation of that to particular number. Okay, in class C we will do the subtraction. So we took the same input from the class A. Class B do the different processing and display the different output as well, while as class C took the same input, from the class A and do the subtraction. Okay, so class A common method input used for class B as well as class C. We achieve that we want to achieve through this program. Okay, so I type two variable here, A and B. I also want to create the variable in which we can store the sum and subtraction, that is C. Okay, we also created here in the parent class. Protected void input. Okay, this is the common input for the class A and class B. Okay, in the class B we can call this method, and in class C we can call this method. Okay, so here I type cout, enter the first number. Okay, I use /n here. Sin, I put it into the variable A. The same thing I want to copy it here, just make the minor changes. Okay, so right now we want to do the same thing for the class B. So we change it the first into second number, and second time we will store into the variable B. Whatever value we took from the keyboard, it will be stored into the variable B or memory location B. Okay, in class B we never ever create any data type here. So we just create the method that will be the public, because we want to call outside the class in the void main. So if we want that it will be call in the main function to the objects, then we have to create it public. So here we want to create it public access modifier. Okay, so then we create void sum. Here I give sum. Okay, so what we are going to do here, we fetch the C here. Okay, we will do the addition like this. Okay, C is equal to A plus B, and we will display the sum of A and B, the first number, sum of that number and that number. Okay, I want to display the number here. So first number stored in A, the sum of A, the value here I want to show, and okay, this is your choice, whatever you want to display. So here I will show the variable. So type is, in which we stored the summation of these two variable A and plus B. The addition will be stored into the C variable. So here we show the sum in C. We will do this same thing happened in the A, but here we will create public void sub for subtraction. Okay, C is equal to A plus B, C out. So subtraction of what? A and B. Okay, B is in which it's stored in C variable. Okay, we done this, and we create the object for class B and class C, and we access the methods one by one. Okay, so what we want to do here, we have to mention the method here, input. Okay, if I run this, it will give me a garbage value because we didn't call the input here. So first we want to call the input here. So input is the parent method, is a method that defined in the parent class A. So first we require input, then we can do the processing. So it is defined in the parent class, and we create the inheritance. So B inherit the property of class A. So we can type here. So we type here input like this. Okay. So same again for subtraction. Here I want to change the sign minus. For subtraction we also want input. We also want input because in some method we did it, but for class C, for some method we also want input. So we again call the input method from the parent class. So these things happen. So we should go inside the void main. So we have to create the object. Okay, so we are in our void main. We have to create the class object. First we create the class object of B. So I give the small b for object. My class name is C. I create the C object for class C. So we call the methods. So for B method is a sum, we can access it. You can see for C we can access only sub. So C is for the class C and B is for object for the class B. So we complete the program here. We will run this. So okay, we have output. I want to zoom the screen so we are able to see this. Okay, so we are here. Enter the first number. So we typed here 12, then I typed here 52. So we'll get the sum here. The sum of 12 and 52 is 64. Okay, we got the sum here. Then it called the again input method by the class C. So again we have to type the enter the number. Again we have to enter the number here. So I add 56, then we enter the number, second number is 25, we get the result 31. The subtraction of 56 and 25 is 31. So how, and this we run. So what happened, I will show you, I will explain you what happened, how the program is run. After the creation of object, so b dot sum, so b object call the sum function. So it is here in the class B, it called the input method. So it try to find it here within the class, it is not available here, so it goes to the parent class that is defined A, and it fetch the value. So first value is C out, enter the first number, we displayed it here, and we entered the value in the variable A, and it also again show the second line, you can see here, and we entered the 52 in the variable B. So in the sum method, the next line is for C is equal to A plus B. So whatever the processing happen, it will be stored into the C variable, and we will get the what? We will get the solution here, we can see here. Okay, so this is a solution. Sum of 12 and 52 is 64. So we will go to the void main again. So next method is called by the class C object, that is c.sub. So c.sub object fetch the class sub method here. Okay, so it got the first input method here, so it try to find out here. If it is not possible to find here, so it goes to its parent class A, because we inherit the class A, so it try to find it here. So it got the method here, and it print the line same, enter the first number, so we give the different value here 56, then it display this line, and we got it here, then it ready for input, and we give the input 25. Okay, so it process the whole input method. Then after the processing input method, what is the next line? C is equal to A minus B. So what is the subtraction will be stored into the C variable, and we will get the result here. Okay, so I want to make the minor changes, because you can see here the 64 and the next line, the enter the first number is in the same sequence. I want that the enter the first number will be displayed in next line. Okay, it not display in the same line where we get the sum. Okay, so I use 2/ and here, so we get double new line here. So I run again. So enter the first number, you can see here. So we made a little modification. So right now 41 and 9, so 50. Why shows the same line here? Because we don't have new line here in the input method. Okay, so rather than to use here new line, I have to add the new line here. Okay, so we use new line here, and I run again. So we got the new line here. So we gave 41, then we gave 10, so we got 51 here, and the new line next, in the new line we got the first number again. So 45 minus second number 15, and 45 minus 15 is 30. So we got the result here like this. I hope you will be able to understand the hierarchical inheritance. So thanks for watching this.